And good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Thomason. I'm going to give it just a few moments. I've got a guest speaker that's going to be in here in just a few moments. Have a little bit of challenges getting into the room, so I'm going to let this thing go for just a few more moments before we get started and see if I can get some things loaded up as well, because I've got a lot of information to cover this evening, and I want you to get a lot of value out of this webinar that we're doing this evening, because this is the first in a group of webinars that we're going to do. Okay. See if we can get him going here. Looks like we may be delayed. Looks like we may be delayed for a few moments, so we'll be right back. We will be back shortly. We've got many challenges going on. This is new technology, by the way, so this is something that we're all having, challenges with from time to time, but we're going to make this information worth the wait. It's a very valuable information that we've got here, some things that we really want to share with you and allow you to understand what we do. So we should be live here in just a few moments as we get to these difficulties taken care of. Now, let me see if I can get a little housekeeping done. Okay. Let's see. I don't have my camera going. Now I do. Now I'm back on here. All right. Let me go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on this so we can kind of stay on time. And we're going to spend the next 60 minutes covering, as the sign-up says, it's an amazing breakthrough that reveals how to attract more customers, get found in online searches, even if you don't have a website. Now, but first, I want to give you a little bit of my background so that you'll have an idea of where I come into play with this. I have been in the technology business now for some 24 plus years. I've been in electronics, around electronics all of my life. That was a family business that we had. My dad was an electronic repairman for many, many years. And I worked with him throughout junior high and high school. So I've been around technology for a long time. But about 24 years ago, I started a technology business, and that has worked out real well for me. I started on the internet in 1996, and believe me, there are a lot of changes that are taking place, and these changes are good. I mean, we're enjoying the fruits of a lot of these changes that have taken place. So this is some very interesting stuff that we are about to partake on here. Just a few years ago, we couldn't have done this. We could not have shared the information that we've got right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and introduce our guest speaker. He's having a few challenges. He's from New Zealand. He's having a few challenges getting into the webinar right now, but I'm going to go ahead and get this thing started and tell you a little bit about him. Now, Axel was exported from Denmark to New Zealand in 1951 because his parents decided that New Zealand was the fastest place away, or the farthest place away from war-torn Europe back in that day. Now, since he was the only one that had learned some English, he was the man in front of their home-based business at 9 years old, dealing with customers and taking the orders. Now, at 15 years old, Axel got his driver's license, and he became the delivery boy for the family lamp business, as well as co-designer, production lackey, marketing the electrical fittings, bending the steel, making the frames, spending or spot welding the frames together, then sewing the lamps and gluing the beads on. And then finally, he packed and finished the product into cartons, and he wrote out the invoices, and then he went to make the deliveries to the store, to the railway. Now, when Axel's father had a heart attack, Axel left school to run the family business and quickly realized that he wanted to be a salesman, on the road, and he wanted to have a cool car and a cool job. And he did get one and still carried out all of the family lamp and novelty business that he had. Now, he had many interviews over a period of time, and he took the highest paying job in a retail store for selling furniture. Amazingly, every job that he applied for, he got. Now, within 12 months, his employer gave him a shop of his own to manage and to redirect the activities and staff. Now, by the time he was 18, he was hunted by a major department store to run their furniture, carpet, and lighting departments. A much higher pay package and a secretary of his own, plus a staff of 20 to manage. So he created sales programs and new ways of doing business. Now, I'm going to fast forward this to the age of 21, where he was married. He started his own stores and learned to do some creative advertising and marketing to give a brief idea of the areas he has covered. Now, let me list those. Car sales, he was top salesman. Insurance, top sales and sales trainer. Seminar selling. Importing and international trade. He also ran the MBA of banking for the British Chamber of Commerce in the ex-USSR, and was also running and consulting to over 600 companies and various governments there, training them on business and post-communism. He also was selling online and using very new method that came in hand, and in many cases designed and implemented these new methods. By large sales, he also built large sales teams in several direct marketing companies, and he spoke to hundreds of thousands of people on stage and ran training and coaching classes. He bought and sold real estate, taught others to become rich in real estate. And since 1978, he has run a company called Millionaire Makers International, which was set up to help others become wealthy in whichever method is best suited for their personality. He's also had a master's licensee from my profile, psychometric testing worldwide. And he also bought and sold many in trouble businesses, and also consulted for fees two businesses that were in financial difficulty. Now, the reason he has told you this is not to impress you, but to impress upon you that as to why you should listen to what he has to share with you and why you should take advantage of our group's worldwide knowledge to help you in your business. Now, if you stay to the end of this, we'd like for you to stay to the end, and you're going to be able to pick up a very special gift that we've got. It's our 101 Business Manual, which is valued at $497. And many of our clients have used this to increase their turnover and profits by anywhere from 20 to 80%, depending on how many of the tips and tricks you implement. And this will be our gift to you for simply giving us your valuable time in attending this webinar. So again, I say welcome, and let me see if we're going to be able to get Axel in here. All right. He is having some challenges with this. So we'll give it just a few moments and see if we can get him in here. We've done this before in some tests and stuff, and this has worked out real well. But for some reason, right now, he's just having an interesting time of it. So let's see here. Okay, let me see if I can assist him just a little bit to get in the room here. Okay. We may have to restart this. Ah, no wonder. I haven't started.